Cool. I am recording. Okay, welcome to my character tutorial. The neighbors are throwing a loud party, so you might hear that, but hopefully you will not. Basically, I will show you how to rig your own character and import it into the Smash 64. So first of all, we're going to start with the prerequisite. You either need Maya or 3ds Max. For the purpose of this, I will be using Maya just because I prefer it better. You will need GoldenEye editor, and you'll need to upgrade the object to an 8 in GoldenEye editor, and I'll show you how to do that in this video. You want to get GoldenEye editor, which I'll link to in the description. Just download this installer, you can run that. I already have it. So I will have a link to this GitHub in the description. You want to grab this version of Object 2 and 8. And then right here, this will link to a link. I'll just put that in the description, and that will give you an installer. So you open that up. It'll put a certain file in the right spot, which will then let you export the FBX in GoldenEye editor. After that, you want to go into the GE edit, take this version of Object Add 8, and replace it with the one I just told you to download. You can check to see if it's right if you open it. If I add in our window here, you can see, I'm doing this in live time, that it has the FBX stuff right over here. Then go into your Windows bar and start GoldenEye editor. Just type in perfect gold. And you want to make sure that you go into preferences, make sure you have the right ROM in the quick convert. I have a already modded ROM in there. And then you want to also make sure you switch the error game to Super Smash Bros. Then we want to go into model editor and pick the character we want to edit. I want to edit Captain Falcon. I should probably restore to my actual default ROM. There we go, we want to edit Captain Falcon. And what we're going to do is that we're just going to export the model objects right here and just put that into something we want, which I already have him here, so I'll just cancel. I go into Maya, File, Import. I'm just gonna take where I had him, scroll all the way down. Okay, so we have the Falcon model here with the rigging. The rigging's important. And basically, we have all these parts, and we generally want to replace all these individual parts with parts of their own. And you can't exclude some parts, like this hip holster, you can just get rid of it. Generally for Captain Falcon, you pretty much want all these arm parts. That's at least what I did in my model. So then, I'd recommend keeping this and modeling your model with these parts. So I'll just cut to that. Side note, make sure not to get rid of the rigging, you want to keep that there. And I would try to model your model around the rigging, around this A pose here. Just makes life a lot easier, and it will look jank if you don't have the model aligned to the rigging as close as you can. I had to switch my display in order to get show. You want to go to skin, bind skin, and make sure you click here and click bind to selected joints. This is important. I'll just apply that. I already have that applied, so it's just glitching out. Then it's pretty simple. You basically go to your Captain Falcon. Hold on. You can go to your Captain Falcon, click on one of the objects, and then go to paint skin weight. And then if you click over here, there you go, you can see what joint he's binded to. And then you can just click over here and see every single joint that everything is binded to. Okay, then you go to your model. I believe this, if I can go to wireframe, yep, that's there. This is right foot. So we just pick the joint, shift click here, go up here, skin, bind skin. Then we go here, shift click. I messed up somehow. Skin, bind skin. Just keep on going for everything, make sure it's all down. For some characters, they have iffy skin weights. Captain Falcon doesn't. You can look at your character and see what their skin weights are, but generally it's either a 1 or a 0, and it just depends where they are. Captain Falcon has all 1s. Let's go. You go to your skin, and it paint skin weights. You can first see that it's bound to a joint, and then you click on here, and you want to make sure it's all white. If it is all white, it's pretty simple. You can click B, I believe, and then drag out, make it huge, and just mangle everything. I think I have it on the wrong setting, but we don't talk about it. Okay, don't hope. I'm just gonna Control Z and pretend that never happened. But make sure your skin weights are all painted white. I don't know why it messed up. Once you have everything rigged, you can map textures. I am not an expert at texture mapping. Mine is very jank, as you can see from these amazing teeth and all around just messed upness. I just didn't care enough to fix it properly. Basically, you want to go here, assign new material. It's off screen. Hold on, let me bring that on screen for you. Here, assign new material, and then you want to make sure it's a Fong. You want to use Fong for this. I actually opened up attribute editor, assign new material, Fong. And then you can make sure the color, just set that to file, image. I've already made images. You want to make sure all your images are either 32 by 32 bitmaps or 64 by 64 bitmaps, and you want them to be 16 color palette and index. So let me just grab my image. I believe I clicked on the pants, so I'll just have my pants.bmp. There you go. And material in there. And UV mapping is just normal UV mapping in Maya. Like go to Maya Classic. You can just go UV editor, drag some stuff around until it all works. And that should be pretty much it. Once you have it all rigged, textured, and put in with 32 by 32 or 64 by 64 bitmaps, and you've UV mapped everything, you've made sure all the bitmaps are indexed, and in 16 color palettes, you're pretty much done with the Maya editing. There is a bit more though. Okay, you want to make a notepad. You can call it whatever you want, but this is going to be your textures.txt. And there going to be a particular order, but you just want to list every single texture you have in order. There's not an order. Every single texture you have, just in whatever order you want. Just make sure they're all there with the .bmp at the end. Oh. And this is what goldeneye editor used to figure out what textures to apply to your model. Okay, next is the special palette mapping. This is just for pretty much all of, and you don't need anything. If you want to, you can just label special palette and then put all your bitmaps in order. If you want alternate colors, you need to make separate bitmaps and just change the palette in like iFriend view, and then you would put something like alt and then whatever you named it. So let's say like Waluigi green .bmp for an alt color. I made a green Waluigi, and you can just list all the alts you need. And those will correspond to alt 1, alt 2, alt 3 in goldeneye editor. And you can check your character in goldeneye editor to see what their alts look like, so you can get the right colors if that's like matters to you. For the purposes of this, I'm just going to lay them out like special palettes like this. Okay, now you should be ready to put it in the game, if you've done everything, you should be able to go here, import and add textures. Make sure just right here what it's asking for first, it's going to be the one with all the bitmaps just laid out. I have my texture test. Then it's going to ask you for your model. Just put your FBX model in. And then it wants your special texture mapping. This is the one for if you want alts or just not alts at all. Just play that in. And then I just click recalculate normals. And if all goes to plan, you should just sit here and wait a bit. It's gonna look janky here, just ignore that. It'll look fine in game. Now you just want to disable the low res model. And write to ROM. And just save it somewhere you remember. It's gonna name this Waluigi example. And now, hopefully, you just power on my phone. Should be able to open up Project 64. If it will, there it goes. I'll be open too. Then you can open your ROM. If all goes to plan here. I just realized I'm stupid.
Free for all!
I do have
Captain Falcon! Stop! 3, 2, 1.
Not down for you. There you go. Not much else to say. It sure is Captain Falcon.